Gumball 3000 is the oddball among rallies, perhaps the world's oddest. 3,000 miles in 6 days. It's the brainchild of Maximilian Cooper.
Seeing the different cultures and cities and, the welcome reception we get in every city, makes everything worthwhile as well.
Taking part for the 11th time is entertainer David Hasselhoff.
It's a chance for a man or a woman to get out and play and have fun and see the world.
Maximilian Cooper and his wife, the American rap star Eve, take turns driving in the Gumball 3000's 21st edition. This year, the route leads from Mykonos to Ibiza, some of it across open water. The teams have to cover some 800 kilometres a day, mostly on ordinary roads or by ferry. An important part of the rally are the parties at the finish line, almost more important than who crosses it first. Maximilian Cooper has put out a book on the early days, back in 1999, when he created the eccentric race.
I spent that decade sort of juggling a racing driver career. At the same time as that, I was young and in my 20s, and I got asked to model for different fashion brands. So I was in all the adverts for Ralph Lauren and for Giorgio Armani, and so I had this interaction with the fashion world and the lifestyle that went with that, and then the motor racing world and the lifestyle of that. And I wanted to really kind of bring all of that together. And so, because of that fashion and sort of motorsport background, I had some very influential friends, and they all liked my vision. It was simply my way of getting all these people together for a week. Adrian Brody.
And some star DJs. Big Hollywood names and Formula One champions. The list goes on.
Hugh Hefner, Paris Hilton, Travis Barker, Lewis Hamilton. Lewis embraces this kind of what Gumball is, and that sort of style, culture. So that real kind of street, cool fashion world has always embraced Gumball, and Lewis loves that.
The teams party at the trendiest spots all along the route. Any time of the day or night.
Enjoying life, drinking, partying, not sleeping.
I meet a bunch of really fun people. I've hardly ever laughed as much as I do here. And I just wait and see what happens. We've barely driven a meter, and it's really a lot of fun. It's just party, party, and drive, nothing more.
There's nothing more.
If you want to have fun and drink and party, it's great. Just bring a few people so you have someone to drive.
Occasionally, a team might forget the speed limit.
A lot of them, they know me because I get them out of jail. Because sometimes they go too fast, the police stop us, they open the door, they go, "Hey, Nightrider!" And I say, "Don't leave us alone." And they do.
The actor who came to fame in the Nightrider television series makes use of his lasting popularity to polish up the image of Gumball 3000.
In the early years of Gumball, we went through Germany in about 2000, and probably a little bit of naivety. There was an Australian driver and an English driver that got stopped on the Autobahn for speeding, and suddenly Gumball was crazy drivers. The media kind of made it seem like Gumball was like dangerous and crazy, and it takes people out of the comfort zone, like you said. I think it's not an easy week. It's a bit overwhelming. And it sort of is a new experience for drivers. By the end of it, they probably, the rest of their lives have been forgotten for a moment. And I think, that's part of its appeal to bring people back again the next year. It's a real escapism. It's 1 week where you escape from everything else going on.
It's like a children's birthday party for grown-ups.
And everybody loves it, and it's just the adrenaline just keeps you going.
social element to it is really important, but that's part of the sort of, I think that's part of what the camaraderie comes from, that it doesn't matter if you're a sheikh or a DJ or a skateboarder or a tattoo artist. That week, everyone's like that.
So this is something that I got interested in, like I said, a couple years ago, and I can't stop.
We're blessed because we get to see the world in fantastic cars, and we've been everywhere, from Shanghai to Tokyo to North Korea.
In 2008, the rally passed through North Korea, thanks to a conference in advance of the 2008 Summer Olympics in Beijing.
At this government dinner in China, I was sat next to one of the leaders of North Korea. And they heard all about Gumball at this dinner and presentation, and they invited me to take it there. And I thought, you know what, it's such a crazy idea and opportunity to take something like this to a country that is essentially closed off from the rest of the world, that why not?
Gumball 3000's moving in the fast lane, in many different directions.
I'm all about embracing the future, you know, and you know, things have to evolve. We want them to evolve, really. It was 2004. It was the year that Quentin Tarantino did Kill Bill, if you remember that movie. And so Daryl Hannah, who's the star of that movie, drove in Gumball using vegetable oil for the whole trip. Waste product from potatoes. And then it was around 2008 where Ken Howry, who was the co-founder of PayPal with Elon Musk, where he drove a Tesla for the first time in the rally. I really like the idea of us embracing the future, for sure. You know, from halfway through this century, we'll all be in drones or something, you know, who knows, but, you know. And if it's, you know, if you got that freedom to be in some sort of drone, then, you know, that would be amazing too. So, but you're right, I mean, the car gives us the freedom right now. That's sort of what it embraces, really, for people.
Gumball 3000 has taken the corporate route, successfully merchandising everything from baseball caps to playing cards.
Shared passions for adventure, for music, for sport, cars. These are things that embrace people more than politics do. Yeah, it was underground. You know, I think maybe in recent years we've become too corporate because of organization and having to look after partners and sponsors. But at the same time, thankfully, we've managed to keep a reputation for being quite notorious, which keeps us quite cool.